Welcome to the Spokane housing market update for March 2023. This is one you're going to want to stick around for because the market is shifting. So even if you're not planning on buying or selling real estate in the near term, it's important to understand what the market is doing right now. The big news is that inflation is trending down, but 6.4% inflation is still far too high for the Fed to begin to think about lowering its funds rate. Many are predicting more Fed funds rate increases into the 5 to mid 5% range, and many are saying that they're going to hold them there for quite a while, until the Fed can be absolutely sure that it's won its fight against inflation. Nationally, the most recent report for pending home sales show that when mortgage rates drop, it directly impacts pending home sales as they spiked recently. In terms of Spokane specifically, inventory remains very low, and prices were down here on a year-over-year basis 6%, but are down $75,000 or 16.7% since their highs in April-May time of 2022. If you're a seller, then know that buyer competition is heating up. And while we have just seen mortgage rates creep back up to the 7% range, there is still some strong underlying demand there. And as mortgage rates descend from here, more and more buyers will be able to re-enter the market. In fact, every 0.1% brings more buyers back. So you can now sell your home. It's not the best time to sell in terms of the price that you'll get for your home, but it's good news for those that were quite literally trapped in their homes, unable to sell the last few months. I have experienced multiple offer situations and have had to utilize tools in my offers that are more commonly associated with a strong seller's market, like the escalation clause recently. And I'm seeing those most desirable homes get under contract within their first week on market once again. If you're a buyer, then know that your window is closing. This buyer's market, if you can even still call it a buyer's market, is artificial and everybody knows it. If rates were 3% once again, or even 4%, we would be in a very strong seller's market, as we hardly have any inventory. So I'm more convinced than ever that we're at or past the bottom of the market now. And as inflation begins to get tamed, and when the Fed can finally drop its funds rate, we're going to quickly be back to the buyer frenzy that we saw in 2020, 2021, and the first part of 2022. And while yes, technically you'll be able to afford more home when rates are at 3% than you can now at 6 to 7% mortgage rates, your chances of actually getting the home that you want under contract will be dramatically reduced. I was there during the height of the market, and too many people bought just a home, just any old home that they were fortunate enough to get under contract. Not enough people bought the home, and I suspect they'll be selling relatively soon. So I maintain, if you are a buyer, there is still a window of opportunity to get a good price, and in the future combine that good purchase price with a good mortgage rate. But that window is rapidly closing.